Is this fucking for real? Like, literally, I'm like... So driving down the street on my way to work, I get fucking pulled by Dick and Tracy. And, don't know it's them at first. You know what I mean? Don't see any lights. Well, I do see lights. I'm looking at my wing mirrors and somebody's blinding the fucking piss out of me. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to go switch lanes. And I go to put my turn signals on. Well, they go to get into the other lane. So I'm like, okay, whatever. Cancel my turn signals. Then they get back into this lane behind me again. Like, okay, well, then I guess I am going to go back over into that lane. So I turn my turn signals on again to go back into lane 1. And they light me up. I'm like, fuck. So I slam on the brakes, put my blunt out because I'm in the middle of blowing piff. Burnt the shit out of my finger. Throw it down. And pull into the little gated trailer park community right there. Next thing I know, the gate opens up. So I'm like, okay, cops open the gate, roll in, turn around the corner. Cop comes up and surprisingly, he says, you know why I pulled you over? I pulled you over for this. And I was like, oh, cool. Usually they ask you and they wait for you to respond and they trick you into some bullshit. But no, he tricked me, or he told me that he pulled me because my license plate temporary tag is too angled in the window and it's got to be down where a regular license plate goes. And I explained to him that I live up through the mountains and there's bad weather, and one time my license plate fell off and a cop had pulled me over because he just happened to be behind me and told me that my plate fell off and suggested that I tape it inside the window. That guy's jacked. Anyways, so cop says, okay, well, where do you live? And I explained where I live, such and such. And he says, you know, I smell a lot of marijuana. You got marijuana in the car? And I always tell him, yeah, I got marijuana in the car. And usually they ask me how much I have and allotted amounts and everything like that. And meanwhile, he says, well, have you smoked? I says, no, I haven't smoked at all. You can't smoke and drive and get a DUI. He says, yeah, I'd like to perform a sobriety test and, you know, see if you're driving under the influence. And I'm 5 blunts deep. And man says he wants to do a fucking sobriety test. Like, I'm going to fucking jail, dude. Like, fuck. I can feel my ball bag beating in my throat. I'm like, oh my God. So he does this little pen test and he tells me not to move my head and just use my eyes and, you know, follow the pen. Okay, simple enough. Do it. And he's literally going all the way over here. I feel like my eyeballs are going to pull out of my head. But I'm not moving my head. And he does it back and forth. And in between his passes, he's looking over the cap of the car over at his partner, who's over there interrogating my passenger. And does it again. And finally he's like, okay, you know, says he passed. Like, bruv, who are you talking to? And then I realized he's talking to his partner. I'm not, I don't know, but I'm pretty damn sure man knew I was stoned. But I passed his test. And I'm gonna go to work now. And not fucking jail. But before that, I'm gonna smoke another blunt because my chest hurts.